But probably let's look at a few facts about the name they've called this trophy, if the producer could. Now, 7 facts about Margherita. It's the highest peak of the Rwenzori range. Margherita Peak rises to 5.109 meters, which is 16.763 feet above sea level. It is located on Mount Stanley, the tallest mountain in the Rwenzori Mountains. Yeah. Second fact, it's Africa's 3rd highest peak. After Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya, Margherita Peak is the 3rd highest mountain peak in Africa. Now, that says a lot about it. Located on the Uganda-DRC-Congo border, the peak sits right on the border between Uganda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, within Rwenzori Mountains National Park. That's the Ugandan side. It's named after the Italian royalty. The peak was named in 1906 by Italian explorer Luigi Amedeo in honor of Queen Margherita of Savoy, Italy's first queen consort. You're going to learn history today. You are going to learn history today. We always tell you here, champion in Ugandan sport. Today we are champion in Ugandan history. Fact number 5. Glacial or glacial summit. Margherita Peak is one of the few African peaks that still has glacial or glacial or glassy ice, although rapidly retreating due to climate change. Now, when it comes to climate change, I don't want to sound like I know much about it, but I know when it is too hot, climate change. When it is too cold, climate change. That's all we know about. 6, technical climb. Reaching the summit is challenging and technical, involving trekkers typically. The summit is challenging and technical, involving trekkers. No. Put back the 6. Number 6, please. We are teaching people, they must get these things. Yes, very good. Trekkers typically take the Central Circuit Trail. And I think a few things are missing on this. But number 7, UNESCO World Heritage Site. The peak lies within the Rwenzori Mountains National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to its unique biodiversity and ecological importance. 7 facts. Now, if you want to know why it's been called that, there you go. It's a tough place to climb. You have to be ready to suffer. You have to be committed to get to the peak of that mountain, which is Margherita. It's the one that has been named after the Uganda Premier League. That's our top story. And it's all about the trophy that Vipers are going to be getting this Saturday. And in regards to facts, by the way, I visited the Maxon Falls. It was the time we went there, the weekend when I think Kitara played a KCCA. And I didn't know that Sir Samuel Rebecca came to Uganda with his second wife. Paul Kabaikarama, League Manager, Uganda Premier League. You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
How excited are you about today?
Yeah, I mean, the excitement will even be at a higher level after Saturday. I mean,
did you know Sir Samuel Rebecca came with his second wife to Uganda?
No, I didn't know.
And they didn't teach us.
But I also didn't know you just went to Makshon. I wish I knew before. I could have given you that experience even before.
Which one?
Top of the falls, to feel it better.
Top of the Maxon Falls?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was at the top. I want to believe.
That's what I'm saying, but you were there yesterday. I should have been there even before.
You mean I should have gone there earlier?
Yes.
But what was most important, Sir Samuel Rebecca
came with
his second wife to Uganda. Why didn't people tell us about it when they were teaching us is the question. I can read you the thing. I know we're talking about Margherita. But Sir Samuel Rebecca, 8th June 1821, was a British explorer, officer, engineer, and writer. Lady Florence Baker was his second wife. He had saved up from a slave market in Central Europe, and instead of staying at home, she insisted in joining her husband on his exploits in Africa. But this woman also, they have saved you from the slavery market. Then you insist on coming with a man. Hey, teri kuleka oga up. No, tokola era. Nothing acceptable. Anyways, Paul, how have you been? I know we've talked about the excitement being even bigger, but that trophy there, we were talking about it actually on NBS Press Box. I don't know if you watched the show, and probably whispered to a few people at the Federation and told them, let's unveil it now. They've started questioning. In all fairness, you must be a relieved man too that there's a new trophy given the criticism that the other one faced.
Absolutely. It's something we had promised last season. It did not come up due to some challenges. I remember I was here talking about that, and currently, at least, this has been achieved. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So I don't know how much do you know about, or how much do you know that went into the design of this trophy? Well, I know it's the Federation that designed and has bought the trophy, but how much as a league manager do you know about, and what did it take to get to this, and why this design?
Yeah. You see, Brian, if you've been following lately, that FUFA has taken that initiative that we are Ugandanizing our things. So you can see that the trophy has a concept of something that is based in our country, which is the highest peak or point in Uganda. Just like you saw when they were launching the brand or the merchandising brand in Zakayo. And you know, it's all rotating around tourism, but also unique features within the country. Okay. So sports and tourism are one of those things also that you cannot separate. So Margherita being the highest, it just entails or shows you that the league is our highest, or it's the highest of the footballing
The highest level of Ugandan football.
Of Ugandan football,
yes.
To say yes. So the Margherita reflects that. And it's also giving you the clear picture that it's not simple, or it's not easy really to come up as a champion in Uganda. Yes.
Brilliant. Why the name though? I know you've explained that it's the highest and I mean, it was pretty obvious to say that. When I saw it, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But why the name Margherita? It could have been Elgon. It could have been maybe even Rwenzori itself. It could have been Bunyonyi. Yes, Lake Bunyonyi. It's the deepest lake. Why not Bunyonyi?
It's the deepest lake, but we are talking of the highest, the pinnacle.
But the deeper you go, you discover things. So when you win, you discover things also. Oh, but you know what I'm saying?
No, you cannot bring out everything, just like you've said. Now, like the women's trophy that was unveiled the other day, it talks about the soul within the women.
Is it beautiful? Does it have a name by them?
Yes. It's also it was also, it did not have a name, but it just had the message behind, talking about the beautiful soul within the.
Was there discussion about what the name should be?
Yeah, it was definitely.
So why Margherita? That probably a few people would love to know. Nothing wrong with the name. I think it's brilliant. You can clearly tell the picture of what they were trying to achieve, but why that specifically, if there was any reason to that?
It's just like the reality is that it's the highest, and UPL being the pinnacle or the highest in the Ugandan football, it would rhyme well. But also, I'm sure, Brian, as you were reading today, I don't know when you'd last mentioned the word Margherita, so it brings out that aspect.
No, when pizza.
Oh,
you're right. Going to eat pizza. The Margherita pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's been long because
football is showcasing.
The money is not anywhere to be seen, so buying pizza is very expensive now.
So football is showcasing and bringing out some of those unique aspects of Uganda and selling them to the outside world. So it's now people will be like, you're already asking me why Margherita, and the next thing people will be, we may see the growing numbers of people that are trekking to that peak. So
yeah, so Vipers, you guys can give Vipers a trip to the peak. No, so you've won the trophy, take it to the peak, go with it.
Exactly, but it may not be us, but even the tourism board now is seeing there's a value in sports that we can sell the futures of this country through sports. So sports in another way could be another aspect that they can use to promote too. This can be even at club level, it can be at the management level, like you've seen now the trophy is named after Ugandan unique future. That's basically what we bring out. Sports and tourism also should move together this time.
Have you had a look at the trophy yourself?
Yes.
But now, I know you can't say the truth, but let me just ask you for the sake of it. In fact, let me ask you when I'm looking this side. So does the picture or does the quality look as good as the picture?
Just like we've always never disappointed in terms of...
With that trophy you had, you never disappointed.
Which one? The
other old one, thing you had.
Everything has a history.
You had a cup.
That was a history.
Not a trophy, it was a cup.
Absolutely. And it's a souvenir now for us to hold. It's a journey that we've
anyway, it has, that thing has suffered.
Yes, and also if we went back to when the league started to now, it's a journey. At one point it looked, I mean, people were praising it, but it has outlived its time. Good enough, we've come up at the right time, and this is going to be beautiful.
So should we expect also the medals to be as good as the trophy?
True. Yes, also the medals are built also to reflect what we're unveiling in terms of the trophy, yes.
And I want to believe that the order too on the day should be the same. So maybe before we talk about what's going to be coming up,